Much peace, no beef, the feeling of relief, the smile on your face, not knowing who it would reach. Flip the script and rearrange the rules. One love to all the children doing good at school. I picked up Lil Bread, let him play in the park. Seen two kids flexing, squash it before it start. Gave dap to my friends who lead and don't follow trends. Leave them drugs alone, make the hood great again. Showing love to my peeps. Yeah, welcome back to a special episode of Unpopular Honesty. I am Cornbread Capone behind the camera, celebrating my birthday. Shout out to all the Aquarius celebrating birthdays in the month of February. And today we are sitting with the creators of a podcast called My Side, Her Side, and the truth. God damn it. Hey, I'd like to introduce y'all all to Mae-Mae, Rae Rae, and MD. What's happening, everybody?
What's going on, man?
Okay, so
finally get to do this shit.
Yeah, we finally get to do this now. So where should I start? What made y'all create this podcast?
I'm going first.
I'll let them talk.
Well, for a long time, we would just kind of link up and go to Mae-Mae house or my house, and we would have these conversations amongst us. Yeah. We'll argue, cuss each other out, laugh, and we'll do all that. So we came together and we said, let's just do a podcast so we could talk to other people about it, so we get other views of how other people feel about some of the stuff we speak about.
Yeah. Now, mainly the topics discussed are about relationships. Was that a strategic move to choose to talk about that, or was that just the easy go-to because that's what's frequently talked about
it's
most?
Popular, but I'm gonna tell you, they came to me with the podcast idea. I was already doing another podcast that it could have worked, but I was more leaning towards issues in the world and life, relationships, all that, instead of talking about hood shit all the time. Right. So, when they came at me with the idea, they came at me and they wanted to do relationships, but I have a lot of different shit in my mind besides relationships. Yeah. So that's how we end up talking about more than just relationships, but it's the basic, the main thing is relationships. That we're gonna start it off every time. Yeah. And then it's gonna go to some wild shit.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, since we started talking about wild shit.
It's always end up wild with us.
What's been the wildest thing that has taken place during the course of this podcast?
When Mae-Mae popped her shirt and walked out and said she quit.
we started our podcast about 3 months ago, 4 months ago. We done had multiple seasons, and we done had a reunion at the same goddamn time.
In 3 months.
Our castmate walked off.
We'll run the baby mama off.
We went, grabbed our castmate back. Now we back together again. Strong.
Yeah. Well, from me to you, I like what y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? I watch it. I'm always seem to be inebriated with Mary Jane when y'all come on. So it just kind of go together. It kind of go and flow together, you know what I'm saying? I already be in motion, like, choo-choo training it up, and next thing you know, up live, you know what I'm saying? And I do catch it, man. I guess, this show is mainly about music, but y'all have a podcast. Everybody's a fan of music. Yeah. So real quick, I'm going to go around and get everybody's music take right now. I'm going to start with MD since he's the music man in this equation. What do I want to ask MD? How do you feel about music today, MD?
I feel like music today is orchestrated. It's an orchestrated music scene today. It's like it's put out there for a specific reason. It's not really about talent no more. It's about putting out a message. And I think music today is more about destroying the youth, destroying our culture as a people. You know what I'm saying? And as a race, they've been doing it, and they just, this one seemed like they ramped it up with the murder and the whole shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about music today. Something that you still got good artists, like I'll be riding listening to Kendrick Lamar sometimes.
Right.
Just jamming him because he actually saying something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But most of the music is all about destruction.
Well, I want to ask the ladies, because, you know, I'm on the internet a lot, and a lot of people would say that the women are winning right now in rap music. Do y'all partake or listen to today's female rap music?
No,
not really.
I really don't. I still think that's trash.
They mostly
well, Sexy Red, the shit that's going on now. I'm not talking about back then when you had the
real talent in
MC Light and all of them. Not then. I'm talking about now, the Sexy Reds and the redheads and the bald heads.
Yeah, that's no real talent.
That's no real talent.
Anything that could be fucked up, that's what they promoting right now.
Yeah, so
for the most part,
I don't listen to too much of female rap. That's their shit. Do y'all shit?
What kind of music do y'all listen to?
R&B.
And when you say R&B, because see, I had a conversation with somebody about this a couple of days ago. I said usually when people talk about R&B, you talk about a certain time period.
Yeah.
And with me, it don't get no higher than the 1990s.
It don't.
Because I sat back and watched the generation be born off 12 play. I watched a generation come in when Forever My Lady came out.
Yeah.
I watched another generation be born when TP2 came out.
Yeah.
So that's all within this time frame in which people was categorize or say R&B, even the radio. Because if you listen to the radio, they still playing 90s music.
But we even go further back.
Further back than the 90s.
Betty Rae, Sir Charles.
Okay.
We go all the way back there. That's what we listen to. That's what we vibe. That's our vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't have a problem with none of that because I tend to love
we like the
70s music.
You know, we reach back. We all on Purple Rain. We reach back.
I listen to that too.
That true. They be on more that blues type music.
Al Green.
You know,
Green.
Calvin Richardson, people like that.
Yeah, well, that's the stuff.
That's some good music right
there. That's back when.
That's some music that speaks to your soul.
That's when you drunk. You listen to that while you're drunk, you're going to feel good.
You listen to that when you're drunk, you're going to feel good? Now, dude, I do want to ask y'all this because I noticed the format in which your podcast takes place as far as with the drinking. Do you ever think that you would do one without drinking?
Yeah, we can.
Probably so.
I mean, not drinking make it fun because it amplifies the situation.
All of us.
Helps people get triggered.
We can do one, but we don't want to do one.
Weekends is our relaxed day.
Yeah. We don't drink nothing during the week.
That's what I say. Don't drink during the weekday. You know, on these two specific days. I ain't gonna lie. How much we drink. That shit have you tired the next day, though. You be fucked up.
Oh yeah, because
I do. I don't know about y'all.
I got a friend. Shout out to the drink man. He's
we be toe up in the corner the next day.
I fall asleep on the podcast and wake up.
Them boys be drinking, man.
You always
fall asleep right here. Be like this. What you said? Fuck that.
Oh man.
Fuck everybody.
Fuck everybody.
Oh man.
Then go to sleep.
So I do want to ask this question. What is the overall objective with the podcast? Are y'all trying to take it to a nationally syndicated level or, you know what I'm saying, what is the objective with it, you know?
The objective with it is to destroy the matriarchy. One dingleberry at a time.
Yeah, that's my objective. That's Rae Rae.
That's all our objective.
That's Mae-Mae. We want to bring balance back to the scene of men and women and children, for sure. I want to see. Because come on now.
We want to bring a balance back.
We want to bring a balance back because when you start looking around and you start seeing how society is going, goddamn. When you start seeing how society is going, you see who controlling most of the situation. Besides the government, you start seeing that these little niggas don't got no goddamn daddies. This house don't got no daddy. This house don't got no daddy. This house, none of them really got father figures. You know what I'm saying? And once they get a certain age, nobody can control them. Right. It's true. Nobody can control them. So if we don't speak out about it and just act like the shit ain't going on, we gonna continue down this cycle. Mm-hmm. At least if you speak out about it, you can open up somebody's eyes. Because I believe there's some women that's raising children that don't even see the hurt in it because they ain't seeing it from a different point of view. They only seeing it from the point of view of what they doing. And they don't understand how they hurting the kid when they being angry about their father. And then the kid go out there and hurt somebody else because he don't see nothing good about a man. Right. Because they ain't nothing good about his father.
Okay, but it was like we had the discussion last night where with me at that very end of that conversation when we talked about, I was telling you we need to get a balance, and you had expressed that when you was younger, you didn't have that dynamic in the household. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So a person that hasn't had that dynamic is more prone to be like that when they're older. So the problem didn't just start with that person. The problem started deeper with the parent before that. It started somewhere in the late 80s. I mean the early 80s probably. Or was it the 60s? Yeah. When they created this housing program and all this shit where they had to put their man out. I think that was late 60s. Late 60s. But they had to put the man out in order for them to have I watched the interview that around that time, it was one of the main Nightline reporters went to the neighborhood and went asked the women. Then the women was innocent at that time. They ain't have no hidden agendas. It was only what it was. And he asked them, do you think you need a man? And most of them said, no, I don't need a man. The government paying my bills. That's how they talked about it. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't like looked at as something that was bad. It was like, what I need a nigga for when these people taking care of me. Now it ain't that no more. It's more like, yeah, they doing it, but shit, he ain't doing nothing. And forgetting that this shit started way back in the 60s and moved all the way up to this time. Yes. And it's still going on today. And that's why. And what you will get is a motherfucker that's trying to have bragging rights on being independent, and yet still angry at the father, and the kid have to deal with the backlash of the father not being there. But not everybody. No, not everybody. But what I'm gonna say with that, just like it happened, I mean, it was like that then, and these people, the children that's growing up, the women that's in the household with their mom, they don't even know to even change it because that's all the fuck. That's what I was saying. So when you get a woman that is not, don't know no better, I'm gonna say no better. Yeah. She is okay with it like that. It's gonna stay like that. And that's the basics of this podcast. So because it happened back then. So you shouldn't be. I'm saying start teaching instead of pointing. Mm-hmm. So to help them to understand this is not how it is, because a lot of motherfuckers think it is like that. Yeah, I know. So let's start teaching and not hurting them, telling them. I'm gonna teach them by saying fuck them. No, fuck everybody. You want to help them.
I do want to say this.
You see your kids suffering. You know what's going on.
The basis of y'all podcast providing balance, because if we get balance back in the black community, the marriage rate will go back up. Yeah. If we get balance back in the black community, we won't have disrespect from the youngsters or the older people. Yeah. Balance, we will get back to being connected, more Black Wall Street, that type of thing. We'll be setting it up for our kids and our kids, grandbabies, all that type of thing.
Yeah, and not only do women need correcting, some of these young men that's growing up need correcting. Because they looking at the fact that all she need to do is shut the fuck up, do what I say do, and that's it. I don't know. A lot of them coming up like that.
Yeah.
It's no respect. It's no respect for them.
That's the anger that comes from being in that home. That's the anger. That's why they don't know how to deal with it. They'll deal with it in that aggressive way because that's how they dealt with everything. That's how they mama dealt with it.
I want to ask y'all.
Both of them too.
I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that social media and the internet has fucked up relationships?
For sure.
Yeah.
Social media is
because a lot of people go off of social media.
And a lot of social media is teaching our children more than us.
Social media have you trying to
more than us. They teaching them 80%. I'm telling you. Because all they do is sit right here with a phone in their hand.
If you stuck on social media so much and your life like not where you want it to be, being on social media will even have you in a mind state, a different type of mind state just by watching everybody look like they progressing and you not. And it'll still have you like trying to chase something that not even real for most of the people that's on there.
It'd be for sure.
Yeah, it's like for sure.
You can be anything on the internet.
That's why you can get a relationship.
You can be a damn duck.
You get a relationship on there, and then you put one of the people whoever you got a relationship with, you tag their social media, and then they put a ring in between it. So, man, I seen a girl on social media. She had 3 relationships in a month. 3 relationships in a month. And she kept putting that goddamn picture with them rings on. In a relationship. Oh, you still caught up in the dopamine hit. You still on your dopamine hit. You like the adrenaline you get for the likes and all that shit.
Yeah.
Now, y'all done had a who's who of guests on y'all show. I haven't seen a modern woman on there, though.
I said the same. They won't come.
They won't come.
They won't come.
They scared.
They said they were gonna come.
Nah, this is strange because modern women have no problem picking up a phone, pressing record, and saying all the delulu shit in the world, and then posting it for everybody to see and talk about, but don't want to come on a podcast and speak that shit.
Yeah, have some nuts to walk up.
That is strange to me.
Because that's some strong personality.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not just the personality. They know that outside of social media, people know them.
Yeah.
Fuck all that shit. They know you was on that pole. They know what you were doing with such and such and such and such. So when you start talking about that shit, you gotta live up to the image. You can't live up to the image when everybody know you. You gotta stay behind the scene.
Yeah.
You gotta stay.
You know what? And when you said that, I thought about some things. I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
But I thought about some things, and I said, you know what? You're absolutely correct, MD, because there's some things that I know. It's just...
they can't go on that.
I keep it on the
you ain't into this
confidential basis.
We done had females ask, but they don't show.
They don't show.
They won't show.
Some dudes don't show, though. They ask and won't show.
They scared of church and shit. You know what I mean? They scared that they pastor gonna see them.
With the infidels. You gotta come with the infidels.
They don't want to be swallowed. They don't want to be swallowed.
I'm about to take another shot.
Wow. This is incredible.
They don't want to be swallowed.
Wow.
But one team, 2 teams
Not
for
a
sure.
big shot.
We ain't scared of church people.
I just want to see a modern woman on there, man, because you know, modern women talk.
One that don't want to fight though. I don't want to be fighting with them.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, when they get put in the corner, they want to start cursing you out. I'm calling my brother.
I just want to see one talk that talk, or at least stand in the room with somebody, with a woman that's traditional. Shout out to all the women who are traditional. However many of you are left in the world. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that enough, but I would like to see that. Before we get up out of here, real quick, is there anything y'all would like to say to anybody or about the podcast?
I would like to say tune in every Friday at 8 o'clock. My side, your side, and the truth on Facebook. We're at Instagram.
And YouTube.
And we're trying to
That's Fridays and Saturdays.
We're trying to get TikTok and all that other shit. But I want to say this. Besides that, save your children. Men, if you can be a part of your children's life, and I know it's hard, be a part of their life. Don't be resentful to that woman to the point where you don't, you know what I'm saying, have some input on your child. Because regardless, you know, I've been through a lot in these situations with relationships, and regardless of what the other parent is saying or doing, you still can help your child get somewhere where you don't. Where you can help your child get into a position that you couldn't get in, and help them to make their life better. Even though they might not appreciate it, you still can do it. Mm-hmm. But they got to get older to appreciate it.
Hold on one second. All right.
All right. Tune in. I'm going to say whatever he said. Tune in every Friday and Saturday to My Side, Your Side, and the Truth with Rae Rae, Mae-Mae, and MD the Dope One. What I do want to say is that we're trying to build back the balance within the household, within our community. That's what we speak on. And we do make y'all laugh at the same goddamn time.
Yeah, we're going to put humor in it. Yes. Angry humor. Dark
you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, and you're gonna fight with us. So come in and join.
Well, from me to you, I just want to thank y'all for sitting down and talking to a young player during his birthday month. Feeling real good right now. You know what I'm saying? We got to try this lyrically correct game. You know what I'm saying? One of these days, because I think that would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as always, everybody, you know how we do it on Unpopular Honesty. I like to say peace and love because that's what the world needs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. And y'all be good.
Easy work.
Peace and love.